Hello everyone, and welcome to Ready City Crit's Dragon Heist. When we last left off, things are pretty messy indeed, but before I delve into that, let's introduce myself to my lovely players. Let's go with the non-jailbirds to start us off. Let's start off with Gabriella.
Hello, I'm Adam. I'm playing our resident human warlock, Gabriella. And yes, let's continue downward under me, which would be Sullivan.
Hello, my name is Phil Sword, and I play Sullivan, the shifter rogue that is in big trouble at the moment. With no hand!
The shifter rogue.
The shifter rogue. And I'm gonna go to my left of the screen to my best buddy.
Hi guys, my name is Bosco. I'm Kepalux, but my character's called Bosco. He's a halfling artificer, and he's also in deep trouble, you know, because of Sully tried to bail me out of it. And going above me.
Hello, I'm Rob. I play Logan Margaster, the guy who keeps wanting to make friends with Sullivan, even though he keeps getting stabbed in the back by the rogue, so it's kind of on brand.
Yeah.
And I'm not in trouble for once, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Riding out this opportunity.
The top half of the stream is the responsible part, and the bottom is in jail.
Never said that. No, that's very. We're just not arrested.
Are we in jail? No, we're responsible, therefore. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the upper planes and the lower planes.
Yeah.
To my left, I've got Arborea. To my right, I've got Mount Celestia. Down there, I've got the Nine Hells and the Abyss.
But I mean, literally, they are in jail. They're in the lower planes.
Alrighty, so previously, when last left off, the party went for a small stint of cruising before a magical mishap at the court of the White Bull, which was against the law, and impersonated the noble and attempted to swipe the Stellar Keys later, and the party find themselves split down the middle. One half dealing with doppelgangers, deciding whom is worthy of the help of the Harpers, and the other trapped under Mount Waterdeep. Logan and Gabriella are currently above ground, heading back towards the yawning portal, kind of deciding what to do, having met Bonnie's friends and allies and acquaintances. This kind of weird selection of doppelgangers. And meanwhile, Sullivan and Bosco are currently at this exact moment would be in a cell in the Trades Ward. However, we're going to pick up their story the following morning, as we've already kind of transitioned over to Castle Waterdeep. We're kind of going back in time now to deal with our above ground group we didn't wrap up with so cleanly on the previous episode. So, Logan and Gabriella, you're heading back towards the yawning portal, I believe?
Indeed.
Yep.
Perfect.
Alright. So basically we're telling them to grab everybody, correct?
Oh, yes. It'll be fine. Just tell them to take everyone. They're okay. Because if they're good, they're worthy of the help, and if they're bad, we want them away from us.
I will trust you on this. Sure.
I wouldn't. You know, I've not really thought this through very well.
I'm a bit too tired for this today. So yeah, let's go. What could go wrong?
Did you not sleep well last night?
Not really, no. And generally it was rather stressful and all, you know, the confrontation with the god, half of our...
I will say, by the way, for you guys, I think this is the same day as the arrest.
Yeah.
So so it's the same day you've met the doppelganger. It's all been one day. So
yeah, but she just like said it was rather tiring in one day for all of this.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. I thought it ended rather well. I didn't get arrested, so that's pretty good.
It could have ended a lot better with nobody getting arrested. But
I don't know. Maybe just Sully. Although,
perhaps.
Okay.
Not sure.
Do we need to do anything tonight?
Yes, we.
I don't normally fraternize with, you know, arrested people. I tend to just bin them off as soon as they get caught.
We need to go to the Harpers to report on our findings, and then we need to, well, sleep and try and figure out what to do tomorrow.
Okay, but if I can get a meeting with someone, like first thing in the morning, not first thing, you know, like me.
Yes, I think that would not be a bad idea. Also, I did have an idea. We could try to find whoever now runs. What's their name? The Zentarum, considering that the two of them are members, perhaps they might be able to help them out.
Well, aren't they members of the group that got with the guy who got arrested?
Yeah, the Zentrum.
No. He was like one little cell.
Yeah, but perhaps we should find that cell then. I think they are based in the Yawning Portal. No?
I would be very interested in finding them. That's a very good idea.
And if that does not work, we should try to appeal to the courts and see if we can try and persuade them to shift the judgment.
Yes, that's fine. We'll talk to the Zents. That's the best idea right now.
That is the best idea for now, yes.
Okay, so Harper's, Zents, and then see whatever fucking groups we can come by on the way.
Indeed. Do you want to talk to the Zents right off the bat when we are in the tavern, considering it's on our way, or do you want to wait till tomorrow and get some rest first?
I mean, they don't seem the morning type, you know.
That is true.
Like, they're probably quite like nighttime, those people.
Sure. Well, alright.
They'll be in the tavern, I'm sure.
Let's go to the Yawning Portal, talk to the Harpers, talk to the Zents, and see what they can do and go from there.
Splendid.
Wonderful. Alright, onwards.
Righty.
I think we just walk for this shot.
Yeah.
We're not in any particular rush.
Perfect. Yes, you head over in the direction of the Yawning Portal. Taking a little meandering route around the Trades Ward, kind of like through after you leave the City of the Dead. And it predicts, about 15 minutes or so before you arrive there proper. The Yawning Portal is much as you remember it. At this time, it is just after sundown, so it's a little bit bustling and busy. People are there drinking, having a merry time. You see Durden behind the bar, pulling a few drinks for a few people who just pulled up from stools. Yeah.
I'm going to use my obnoxiously outlandish persona to get away with talking very loudly about how I can't believe that Sullivan and Bosco have got arrested.
Sure.
And what a tragedy it is. And
could Gabriel help us? Oh, that is horrible. How could have that happened?
Sure.
I know, honestly, they're going to be in there for days. I don't know what works.
Perhaps, knowing the legal system, what it could be even years, honestly.
Persuasion check at advantage. Not persuasion, sorry, let's go performance. You're putting on a shoe. Oh, that would do nicely.
Nice.
You see a lot of people's head turns. You hear a few mutters. Your passive perception of like, who's that? Like no one seems to really. Your names aren't quite the famed names that will be dropped around Waterdeep properly. However, Bonnie does approach you, looking a bit distressed, and is like,
"How did you get here before us?"
That is a good question.
Or is it? It might not be real, Bonnie. Oh no, it's. I'll be quiet.
No, it's me. I got a carriage back after.
Oh, we walked. Yeah, fair. Sure.
Oh, is that the one that nearly splashed us?
Maybe I was on my break. I don't have the luxury of owning my own business.
Oh, yep. Fair.
Oh shit, we should probably check in on that at some point.
Anyway,
it's burned down yet. Anyway, sorry. Yes, Bonnie.
Are any of the Zents in by chance?
They're normally on the second floor, if you're talking about the ones that Bosco and Sullivan normally talk to.
Alright.
Round table. Right now, I think there's a half-orc there. And,
Yagra, I think?
No, not Yagra. Different one.
Fine.
Maybe it was the one that tried to shoot all of us.
Oh.
Well, all of us except me. Must have known who I was.
There's also a human with him as well. Looks like a member of the guard.
Oh. Splendid. Right, first we'll go speak to our lovely bard, and then we'll see what we can do.
Alright. What did you think of the doppelgangers? But I mean the friends.
Your friends. Your friends are all lovely, and I hope their holiday trip goes very well for all of them. I don't know who we need to say that to.
Cool. Perfect. That's good to hear.
Yeah. Right. Sure. Let's go.
Are you trying to seek out Matrim first, or you?
Yeah.
I think Matrim is pretty easy to find. Plucking away, kind of like observing it. He looks a little bit drunk. He's kind of like leaning it, swaying with the music, enjoying himself a little bit as you kind of approach. He cracks a big smile. Well, well, well! How are you getting on with our little favor?
Done and done, actually.
Epic.
Yes, it was splendid.
It was an interesting experience, yes.
So
I was just riding a high. It's fine. It went well. Everyone is absolutely fine, and it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Well, that's a relief. Nice to know that we found a few more agents to give us a hand in things. That'll be useful with their abilities. Right, let's see here. And there's 2 of you. Bonnie said she'd only hired, asked, is it Sullivan, I think she called him, for help?
Yes, Sullivan.
Yes, he became waylaid upon
Right,
the
well,
journey. He got arrested.
Yeah,
obviously the job is for one person, so you can split
That's
this
fine. That'll be
among
me.
everyone involved, and he will offer you a bag of gold.
I'm not going to bother counting it. I'll trust Gabriella to split it. I'll just
Cool. Yeah, Gabriel would count it.
Gabrielle, 200 gold pieces.
Right, she'd
Wonderful.
she'd count out 25 gold pieces for Logan, 25 for herself, and put the rest in her bag.
Okay.
I will. Yeah.
Seems a little light, Gabby.
Yeah, it's. Oh wait, hold. I was doing it for quarters, but now that I think of it, those 2 got arrested before they did it.
Yeah, no, they did nothing.
Yeah, fair enough. 50-50.
Remember, Sullivan brought us along, even though it was
Yep.
only him. So, you know, what's
Also,
it,
I
free
said
labor?
200 gold.
Oh, sorry, I heard 100. In that case, yeah, she'd split it 100 and 100 for.
That's much better. I
Yes,
might give
oh,
Sullivan
yeah.
a pint of warm ale as a thank you.
Uh,
Oh well, more fool him for getting arrested with Bosco.
yes.
Although on that point,
Yes, I was
probably
about to
just
say.
talking
let's
about it.
go.
Which one's the second? Is that
Uh,
the top one?
No,
Or
the
is
one
that
after
three?
the first. Come along.
Well, okay, that makes sense. Bye bye.
It's farewell. Lovely music.
Thank
Yes, it's alright. I've heard better.
you. He's playing up his 3-strung lute. And then you head upstairs, and you find yourself like a little quick scan around. It doesn't take long to recognize you. Actually, you've all met the Doom Raiders at the barge back in the dockboard. It doesn't take long to recognize both Tashlin, the kind of like high-ranking member of the City Watch, who came by the old familiar before, and also Zraj, the half-orc hunter who's also sat with her, and they appear to be having a drink, just kind of like chatting, surveying the crowd.
Well, yeah. Gabrielle would probably start approaching them. Not like directly, but you know, we try to weave her room, weave through the room.
Logan's going direct. He's
Oh.
going straight there, sitting down.
If he's going direct, yep, she'd go behind him. Fair. Yeah.
Ashton probably like takes like a little small mouthful of ale, gulps it down, cocks an eyebrow.
What is
well.
up, my ninjas? We have a problem.
Good afternoon. Sorry for him. Yes.
I don't know if that's a name you go by, because, you know, all the sneaking around. The point is, Sully and Bosco got arrested. We want to try and make them unarrested in whatever way is going to be easiest for us. I mean, quickest for them.
Okay, sure, we can maybe help out with that. Let's see.
Yes.
This is an
We're going to try the
unfortunate-
diplomatic route, you know, because it's all we fucking got.
Yes, I can give some more details as to where they're probably kept, considering the transgression. They should probably be in the Waterdeep dungeons, from my experience at this point.
Well, put it this way, it was about however long ago it was.
Yeah.
3 hours, say.
You know, but,
About
let's
3
say
hours.
after hours.
About 3 hours ago, they got arrested at the Court of the White Bull. Went in the direction of the guard tower there. I'm sure that you know people who've been arrested, so you know the system. Probably. I mean, Gabby's got arrested before,
Yes.
haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
No offense to you,
Yeah.
it's a type. Yes, no, I'm well aware. They'll be held at the guard tower probably overnight, and then taken in the morning via cart, like a prison wagon, basically, to Castle Waterdeep itself. Be held there until a trial can be established, and depending on when a magistrate's available, that could be as soon as tomorrow afternoon or maybe a week from now. Normally moves fairly quickly.
And the trials are held within the Waterdeep Castle?
Depends on what magistrate takes it on, and what crimes were committed. If it's something of a, domestic nature, you're going to have a different magistrate who's more savvy, those kind of things, with someone who's like a more religious, some kind of sacrilege or anything like that. Again, someone.
Well, basically, Bosco prematurely shot his magical load in the court of the White Bull, and Sullivan
tried to.
I don't know. He was just kind of there. You've seen Sullivan. You'd fucking arrest him if you were.
No, he tried to. He tried to act as a noble from Miraban.
I mean, to be fair, he does have that ring, and he did say, "I'm a noble here." So I kind of understand where he was coming from, but still.
But it's Sullivan. I mean, look at him.
Exactly my point.
I can see why the guards would have grabbed him under that. Quite easy to... If you're claiming to be a noble and you're not bearing recognizable anything, they're probably going...
Never seen it here.
If you've not seen it here, I imagine that most, run-of-the-mill guards paid, a couple of silver pieces a day, haven't really seen it either.
Okay, so
it might be he could get off.
Technicality, but it might be a week or so. And
in the trial, he might be fine. He might just walk through without a problem, as long as he's not, found with, some kind of contraband on him whenever they search them. Then he should get out pretty scot-free.
Do you think he's got some contraband? He seems like the type to maybe carry some.
Who was carrying that snuff powder that made you go blind?
No. I've got some of that. Oh. Wait, no, I don't have all of it. I think Bosco still has some shit. Okay.
Oh.
I hope he's found somewhere to hide it. Way up.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, that's
either that, or maybe he's just high as fuck in the back of the prison wagon. Maybe he's just like, fuck it, I'm not sticking it up my ass, I'm not having it taken off me, let's go.
That'll be...
And he's gonna be blind for a week.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, the come down is... Okay, we're getting off track, talking about drugs, and we shouldn't. I mean, we should, but just not right now.
Yes, later.
The owning and, personal use of them isn't really the issue. It just might be if they suspect he was selling it or anything like that, it might provoke some problem. But in Waterdeep, we're pretty lax when it comes to substance usage and things like that.
Yeah.
It's not, as long as you're not causing trouble. It's the same as getting drunk on the street. If you're drunk and causing a havoc, you get the same punishment if you're high out there.
Well, that's a bit calming, but that is the situation as it stands.
Right.
Yes, I don't
I don't have anyone over near the Court of the White Bull staged for a full-blown prison break. I do have people in Castle Waterdeep for Davil, so if worse comes to worse, I could try to get them out
along with
in the morning, perhaps. I'm not good. Well, there's no point getting Davil out. Davil's in there for a reason.
Oh, all right. Sorry, it sounded like you wanted to get him out as well.
The people I'm talking about are my emergency, just in case yoink, pull Davil out of there if something goes bad. If I use those assets on these people, on your two, it's going to take... I mean, Davil's going to be in there with no real out if something does happen. It'll be a problem.
Well, put it this way, I don't know everything that Sullivan knows, and I certainly don't know everything that Bosco knows. I've got a feeling he gets his knowledge from really weird shit that I have no idea how to comprehend. But if they were offered, to walk in exchange for information, that might be bad for you, maybe. I don't know. Do they seem the type to talk? We've not really encountered that.
Well, let's hope that they wouldn't be pressing them on the matter of talking. It's not like they were caught out performing activities under anything to do with anyone else, as far, at least that I would consider myself even remotely associated with. Casting magic in the Court of White Bull, and then, perhaps being misidentified by a guard as a member of a noble family from outside of Waterdeep and personally be a member of Waterdeep. It's not exactly, he was caught fighting Xanathar or Zentrum on the street. So I'm not worried about it bouncing back to me in that sense. But no, let's think. I don't have anyone who's capable of such things at the minute. But I know there's a few people. I could probably wrangle someone up. I could get Istrid, perhaps. She could cast Sending. Problem is, most of Castle Waterdeep and most of the guard dungeons and things like that, and the guard towers themselves, are actually warded against divination magic. However, the deepest cells in Castle Waterdeep, they are actually, just because of their location and the structures around them, those sigils weren't able to be placed. So I could try to pull some strings and get them moved down to the salt cells. Try to big up that they're a lot more dangerous than maybe they are, and hopefully that will be the case. You could try contacting them around, let's think, crack of dawn, and to get across processing time. I'd say anytime after 9 a.m. should be fine. Reach out to them, see if you can get any kind of information on their end.
And bring it back to you, perhaps? Or
maybe I might be able to help. Or if they can find something there, or any information at all, really, about what kind of situation they're up against. If they're like, no, we're fine, we don't need rescuing, we'll get out of this, whatever, cool. Or I could see about pulling some favors, or see if I know anyone who might want to help you guys help them.
Got it. Right.
Like I say, I can get Istrid to do that, but I'm pretty sure any spellcaster with Assault to cast a Sending spell.
And is Istrid anywhere near, or is she, I don't know, accessible at the moment?
Not currently, but I can send her. Should be. Well, I can have the spell prepared for tomorrow morning, and I could have her meet you at the Old Familiar if you like.
That would be wonderful, because I'm not sure if we know any spellcasters with the Assault.
She also knows a lot of my contacts and that sort of thing. Let's think. Time could be relatively tight. If you want my honest opinion, maybe get a few rooms here. You're near Waterdeep's castle itself. It's only, 10 minutes from the corner.
We can spend the night here. That's not a issue.
Yes, good idea.
Just in case the information you get is time sensitive and you're stuck in the North Ward, that could be problematic. I'll get Istrid to meet you here then tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Thank you.
Try to, I don't know, convince Durnan to let you have a booth somewhere private.
Well, we'll speak to him. Perhaps I could just rent a room.
Of course. Nothing else I can really offer right now. Again, until they've moved, I'll start putting cogs in motion, try to get them in the position for that Sending spell for yourselves.
Much appreciated. Thank you. And yes, have a nice day. And sorry for the complications. Well, they should be sorry, but they're not that.
It's fine. I'm sure it'll be paid back in full.
I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yes, they will. Okay, let's go get a room, or two rooms, one room,
yeah.
two. Okay, I don't know if I misread something. 2 rooms. Okay, that's fine.
What time of day is it?
Right now, it's like literally 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, I'll probably get a room and a glass of red.
Sure. Do you want a standard room or a luxury room, which will also include a late dinner?
How much is luxury?
Standard room is 1 gold piece per night. A luxury room is 3 gold pieces. Do they both include breakfast?
Oh no. No, she pay for standard.
Yep.
I'll go luxury
Yep.
before even finding out the price.
Perfect. Durnan will serve you very late dinner then. Well, not overly late, something like 8 o'clock. But a later dinner than probably be standard for you. Logan? You probably get a nice couple of mini steaks and some kind of roughly chopped potatoes that have been just pan fried. Alrighty. And you get a glass of red, Gabriella?
Mm-hmm. Some red dragon crush as usual.
Same. I'll join her for the drink.
Yeah, probably somewhere in a booth or in the lounge of the...
Listening to the bard, seeing what he's up
Indeed.
to.
Yep. Probably just cost you, let's say, silver piece each, just for the...
Yep. Well, to a successful conclusion out of whatever the fuck happens tomorrow.
Well, this time tomorrow it'll either be a lot better or a lot worse. And I don't know which one getting them back falls under.
Indeed. Hopefully the first.
Alrighty. So, you guys bed down for the evening, and as you rest, all the party can mark down that they have gained the benefits of a long rest, including our jailbirds.
Yay!
The jailbirds has already kind of touched last session. You guys are transferred from the guard tower in the trade ward over to Castle Waterdeep and led down deep underneath Mount Waterdeep itself. And you are locked in waist-deep, waterlogged cells, in very, very dimly lit light. And yeah, you are in a small, it's probably the narrowest point in the dungeon, you think. It is literally a corridor, maybe about 20 foot long. The cells here are about 10 foot by 10 foot by about 10 foot or so. And the water probably rises about, I think I said like 2.5 foot off the ground. So Bosco is kind of like probably closer to like chest height. But just still, it's still head above the water at the very least. All of your belongings have been removed from you. So you are just reduced down to probably, you're probably given effectively like prison uniform, which is just very, very basic, like not overly clean, but not like putrid filthy, kind of like almost rags.
Just the pants. And, you
probably get a shirt as well. Like, yeah, like very basic, rough. It's not comfortable clothes for sure. And yeah, you heard from across from you. You heard Davil say to you, Sullivan, "I didn't expect to see a familiar face down here. Not gonna lie." And then Bosco, the cell opposite you, you heard a voice say, "Nice cloaks. Last time I saw Stitchwork that nice was my wife. Thought I was still alive." And that Bosco, directly opposite from you, you see a Tabaxi. He must be... He's old looking. He looks maybe mid-70s, you want to say? Maybe very late 60s at the youngest. He has like a long mane kind of falling about his shoulders. It's kind of like beginning to like go, like it's definitely like more grey than probably whatever color it should have been. And he has these like kind of golden fur with like cheetah markings all over it. But a lot of the spots have like faded to almost just blend in with the actual kind of like yellow of the fur itself. And he's kind of there, Paul's kind of like hanging out through the bars.
Do Tabaxis live the same as humans, like age-wise?
Yeah, pretty similar.
I think they mature quicker, don't they? I think. Doesn't really matter. Just a question.
I believe they age the same as humans.
Oh, okay.
The exact same.
Have you been in here long?
Had a while, friend. 32 years. And I haven't seen the sun long enough to give you exact days, but a couple of months, maybe.
Has the water always been this deep? Like, was going to try and like climb on the bars to try and get out of the water?
I must have pissed someone off to get moved down here. You can still smell the street on you. Davil kind of like laughs. The water won't move. No, my friend here was telling me we're in something called the salt cells. That water's sea level. Comes and goes with the tide. Right now, we're at high tide. But if you sleep, don't fall for the bed. Stay standing against the wall. Otherwise you might drown.
What a treatment. What a treatment. I was not expected to come in here as well. But I'll try to get my friend here out of trouble, and look where I ended up.
If you don't mind, friend, what exactly did you do?
I pretend to... Well, I told them that this dumb fuck here was my worker. Was my servant. And I obviously didn't buy that. I should just stick to my facts. You know, I am a noble myself, and I wasn't lying there. And when I tried to save my friend's ass, here I am, and there is my hand, because of him.
No, actually, Sullivan, to get the facts correct, you tried to steal a key from the guard, and he looked
Well,
at his hand.
to get us out of here. That's why.
Also, I guess
Well, you
Sullivan,
just sit in the-
important point. Did you take the hand from the previous cell? Because you've now been relocated. Did you, like, bring it with you? Or did you leave it behind?
No, I think I would have left the fucking hand behind me. I was so fucking pissed off.
Oh. Fine.
Could have left the hand behind.
Well,
Look at
that
me
sounds
now.
like you've committed thievery. But the first thing, probably just hampering justice. You might get a little bit of labor for a 10-day or so, maybe a fine. Probably a lot of money, to be honest, but not unsurmountable. The thievery is harder. You could be imprisoned for a lot longer, depending on what you started to steal. But maybe if you started to steal a key from a guard,
But
he
what
got
am
your
I going to do
hand,
now?
maybe
What am I
he'll see
going to
that's
do
a good
now?
trade.
I don't have a hand anymore. Like, my hand is still down on the other side.
It's okay.
I was so shocked of what happened, I forgot to pick that up. Now, what I'm going to do now is full of filth in it.
I told you, when we get back to our business, maybe I can create you a metal one. I mean, I've not done it before, but I mean, I made Google, so I'm sure I can make you some sort of substitute.
If you're going to make my hand look like Google, my friend, I'd rather have no hands.
No, not like Google, but like a metal hand, where, you know, it's like a normal hand, obviously, but it's not flesh, it's metal.
Okay. Well, we can try once I get back. Maybe on the way out, I can try to find my hand somewhere, but I think under this water is going to be almost impossible now. Because I think the water, the hand will be underwater now. It will be
Different
underwater
cell,
by now.
different jail, completely. Your hand was cut off back in the guard tower, and then you were moved across.
Okay.
So you're now underwater. You're no longer in the.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even know my hands anymore, so yeah, maybe it's something we can talk about when we get back. If
What
we get back,
did
or
you
whatever
do,
happens to us, I
Bosco?
don't know.
Why was Sullivan trying to say you were his servant?
Well, no, we was possibly entering a dangerous situation. You know, a scenario where we weren't, you know, we didn't know the exact specifics on. So
Bosco, I'm
I
going to be
thought,
completely honest. I'm not, you know, like a guard or a magistrate. I don't give a shit about your tiptoeing. You can just be straight with me. They don't even post
Okay.
guards down here most of the time because it's such a shit area to be. They don't want to get the boots too
True.
wet.
You know what? True. Basically, Sullivan got a job for a bunch of doppelgangers, and I didn't feel safe, so I tried to use my one of my inventions to bolster our defenses, and found out that my device, my invention, set off a magical surge, and yeah, then the guards came, and they arrested us.
So basically, this damn fool used magic in a non-magic zone, and this is where you are now.
There was no magic, I don't think.
Well, my friend, there's a lot of people there, and they said you used magic, so I'm pretty sure it was magic. Whatever it was, there's some kind of magic in it.
Yeah.
Right. That's not good, is it? Sounds like basic vandalism using magic somewhere not permitted. Again, a fine. Probably get something a bit harsher than hard labor. Probably imprisonment for a 10-day or so, you know. A reminder not to do it again. But I don't see why that would mean you were transferred down here. These are the deepest cells in all of Castle Waterdeep deepest dungeons. We are nearly... Well, we might even be at level with Under Mountain here.
Then why are you here, Mr. Tabaxi?
My story is an old one, my friend, most of the time. I honestly think sometimes I'm just simply forgotten about them. Yeah. You ask the guards what I'm in for, most of them probably wouldn't even remember. Most of them are too young. I am an entertainer. And I like to put on shows, sing, dance, give merriment. I may have taken the piss a little bit of a certain open lord. About his wandering dick. Basically, he fucked a farmer. Long story short, but I paraded it around a little bit, and yeah, he took great offense at that. Put it down as insulting a noble. Couldn't find anything in the code about necessarily insulting a noble that would warrant my death, so he just made up some shit and imprisoned me for my life. I've been down here for 32 years.
Well, I haven't got an exact plan of how to get out of here yet, but can I shoot? But I have ways to disguise myself. Maybe we could help you get out too, if we have to leave this place in a non-legal way.
Well, good news for you. Myself and Davil have already done our night in the salt cells, so we're going to be moved. Probably tomorrow. I would say. No, not tomorrow, sorry. Something this afternoon, I would say. You're only really held here for about one night. The guards just seem to enjoy it, or something like that. But we've already done our night. These old cells, they used to, if rumors are to be believed, they weren't always full of water. Apparently, some open lord a long, long time ago, or whoever the fuck made this place, tried to keep a red dragon trapped down. It clawed at the walls and thus, as it did so, opened a gash into some kind of underwater cavern, which flooded the cells partially, thus dousing its own flames and eventually weakening it enough until it just died, like a flame being extinguished. If that's true, and if this water is, I don't know if you had a taste, it is quite salty. I think it might be the same water that connects to Deepwater Harbor, perhaps, or at the very least the open sea. I don't know how long that tunnel is, or even if we can find that weak spot, but it's at the end of that corridor there. You can maybe get a little peek. He is leaning his head out and can't really get a good view of himself. Seems to be coming from there. If we can find some way to blow that wall or damage it enough to break it down with a pickaxe or something, maybe we could try swimming for it. Get to the open water. Leave this place behind us.
I mean, they don't know our names yet, Sully. We could probably do this.
I mean, how about all our belongings? I'm assuming so they have all our belongings, right?
All of your belongings. You have nothing right now. The money. You've literally got the rags on your body. If they've taken your stuff, it'll be in the Citadel of the Bloody Hand. That's about 3 levels up from here. It's quite well defended. It's actually an entrance to Undermount. It's been walled off, I believe. But there's usually a small army of guards who look after that place there. But that's where they keep all the evidence. Normally they do interrogations, things like that. If they've not got your names yet, it's likely that they're going to come back for you and get them.
Right.
On the way to getting taken to these cells, did I notice any smaller folk for the guard, like halfling guards or anything like that?
Oh yeah, there was a real mixing pot of guard.
Okay.
Also, if they would have kept my belongings and you would have searched for evidence, they would have found documents that validates my identity as a noble at Mirabar, because it's part of my background. So I'm gonna go. Well, hopefully if they have my belongings, they're probably gonna see that I'm not lying when I say I'm a noble, and now get the fuck out of here.
They'll probably just lock them in an evidence chest for now. Whenever I do the induction with you, they'll take your name, where you're from. They'll also then go through all of your belongings, confirm that that's everything that you had, nothing was missing. And if it was missing, they'll then put out an audit and see if they can find if it's been misplaced. They'll also then give you a trial time. With yourselves, pretty minor crimes. It'll get wrapped up pretty quickly. I imagine if you're lucky, you might even get it sometime today, to be honest.
So, or we could break out the cells. I could disguise myself to get into that place, take our things, and then break this out.
Maybe. If you have a way to do that, that would be great. Unfortunately, they know that I'm a magic user, and he holds up his wrists, and you see he has 2 little, kind of very light silver bands around them, and he's moves them together. You see a little ethereal chain links across. Anti-magic shackles, so maybe don't let them know. But they have ways of revealing such things, detect magic, various other ways. It's not a pleasant experience if you lie. Or even if you tell the truth and you don't have magic, they try to force it out of you.
Also, Davil, what are your plans in here, actually? How long would you pretend to be in here? How do you pretend to... How you think of getting out of here? I mean,
Well,
said
I
you were hand
actually
yourself in?
have an audience with the Open Lord scheduled at sundown tonight. I've been here just over 10 days. I didn't expect to get an audience, day one, but I imagine that's why I've been moved down to these cells in particular. How to break my spirit before the meeting? I don't know.
And do you think anything bad could possibly happen to you while you are this hearing, or?
I can't imagine anything worse than has already happened, to be honest. I don't think the Open Lord is going to immediately request my execution or anything like that, seeing as I just wish to talk, and I wish to talk about things that hopefully are in her common interest.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe it is only be getting the ball rolling. I'm not expecting to end a war today.
I understand, my friend. I understand.
But if you wish to break out, I'm not going to hinder you. I don't expect to come with you, seeing as my purpose being here is being met. But I could maybe offer some assistance as long as it doesn't compromise my position.
I don't know. I already lost a hand in here. I don't want to lose a head.
Indeed.
I don't think I would ever say this, but I think perhaps the best thing to do at this time is probably just wait and see what happens. And hopefully those two outside would do something about it and come and help us.
Well, if you're relying on them, maybe think like the one with the gauntlet and pray.
I didn't know you was a joker, Devil.
Well,
I'm being quite
Okay.
serious, my boy. The guards
Perhaps
do not go easy on those who have taken the darker route.
I think we should perhaps just wait until the audience. And hopefully explain to them it's just a misunderstanding. And he put his hands up, and a fucking big misunderstanding.
Most
And-
indeed, friend. Well, if you do manage, Mr. Bosco, to find your own belongings, wherever they're keeping it, it must be some big storage area. I'm Needle and Hay. That's the name that they have on whatever chest or box or crate my things must be tucked in at this point, probably covered in
Hay.
dust way in the back of the room. I had all of the pyrotechnics from my shows on me when I was arrested. That was 32 years ago. They might not even work anymore. They might have gotten wet or ruined, but let's just say I packed for a long tour. It'll do a hell of a blast.
Okay. Devil, you mentioned before that you have people inside here already, did you not?
Tashlin organized a few things for myself. Ripcord situation. But I've had no reason to activate such protocols yet.
I don't think maybe they could possibly work with us to grab a thing. Let me think about this. I'll need to think about a plan. Maybe we'll wait it out, wait for your audience, Davil, and see if it's been accomplished. If you don't feel like you got nowhere with your audience, maybe we can try to see if we can add to it when your protocols. Now, I'll try and look for any of these so-called dock gaps. You get walls, gashes.
Very well. Are you gonna try to get a good look at them from where you currently are?
Yeah, I want to try and investigate the walls and try
Sure,
and find
make an
anything.
investigation check at disadvantage just because you are investigating at a distance, so you're relying solely on eyesight. You can't feel for weak points or tap or anything, or
What is
17.
disadvantage?
You think that Needles probably is correct. There's definitely that water's coming from somewhere, and you see there are areas, whether or not the story of the Red Dragon is true or not, you don't really see any obvious, big claw marks or things like that. But the actual kind of like cement in between the bricks, the mortar, has been eroded away by the salt itself, and you see areas where the bricks have like kind of collapsed down into themselves. They're still interlocking, and they still like can support each other, and probably the weight of the worlds on top of them has actually almost like sandwiched them together. They almost don't need that cement anymore, but there is enough of a gap there that it's not watertight, so it is allowing water to seep through into this level. And you can kind of see, that like slick kind of like black and green of like where water level rises and falls up and down the wall itself. So you are aware that the tide will eventually descend a bit lower than where it currently is, probably not substantially, maybe only by a couple of meters, but probably enough for this room to at least be temporarily dry, you imagine. But yeah, it must be something beyond that, whether it's directly to the ocean or based on your geographical positioning, your knowledge, you're pretty smart. The closest bit of like water to Mount Waterdeep itself, it's over 2,000 foot. It's a long way away. So if it is an underwater cavern, it's a hell of a long one.
And that'd be assuming it's be all underwater as well. Okay. It's a long journey and I don't know water breathing. Okay. I'm just gonna ponder my little cell.
Alright. And while that's happening, the rest of the party, Logan and Gabriella, you guys awake in the yawning portal after your long rest. Come down for your morning feast. You have some breakfast, and it doesn't take overly long, before probably just about 10 to 9, that the dwarven woman Istrid Horn sits down at your table, just like sipping on this hot, piping cup of probably just like a nice tea, quite like a pale color, maybe like a green tea.
Good morning, Astrid. This is Astrid.
Good morning.
Yeah, Gabriel will probably already be waiting there ahead of time.
Logan will rock up whenever. full regalia, fully dressed.
I'm not sure if you have been fully informed about the situation.
I've been informed somewhat, and they need me to send a message to one of our associates.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sure how many messages you can send and receive, or how many you're willing to send and receive.
I can send a maximum of 7, but that is me spent for the day.
Of course.
Bear in mind, if you're looking for me to ask for quick favors across town, I need some of those to do that too.
Of course. Perhaps we should write out some basic questions that we'd want to ask them. If they receive our message, we'll probably know where they're being held, considering that there's only one place within the prison where our messages can reach them. That would be the saltwater, or the very lowest cells in the dungeon.
So if we get an answer back from them, then that automatically means we know that you're very clever.
Yeah. After that...
So we probably need to know whether they even want us to help.
Yes. How long can your messages be?
25 words each, and they can respond with like much.
Alright, one moment.
I need you to do the counting, Gabby.
Yes, she
probably have so many things.
She started writing. So first we need to check if they want to be want help. So.
Do you want help? There you go.
Need breakout? Question mark.
Oh, that's much better.
Any plans? That is one.
Maybe mention Zents can help.
What can help?
Zents.
Oh, yes. Zents can help. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. What's the situation? Perhaps it would be good to know if they are tied up or in any way hindered in their movement.
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 words so far, I think.
What
Wait.
else? What else?
Are you alright? Or do we care?
I'm going to ask the dwarven lady. I can't remember her name.
Astrid?
It's like, yes. What kind of things would you want to do if you were behind this?
I'd like to know where they were. I'd like to know if they'd spotted any weak points and defensives on their way down. Maybe, you know, there was changing of the guard at some kind of time. Maybe if there's any windows they can see, and if they can orientate a direction, if they're maybe being held somewhere above ground, that would be good.
That is the thing. From what we've been told, yes. From what we've been told by your friend, the only place where our messages can reach them, because the prison is protected with wards, is in the lowest cells near the sea level, from what we've been told.
So if we don't hear anything back from them,
We
we're
are
not there, and we're basically screwed.
Yes.
Okay.
So any weak points? How many guards?
Yes, guard numbers, and if they're magic people and things.
Perhaps we could also tell them that the message can only be 25 words long.
Yes. Reply with 25 words.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 6 more words.
Could they call them fucking idiots or something?
Perhaps, are you alright?
And who do you want me to send the message to, out of curiosity? Bosco or...
Bosco.
Okay.
Yes,
Why are you going to let me
Bosco.
say the word of the other one? There's a lot.
He has certain talents, but the responsibility and cool-headedness in the situation is not one of them sometimes. So, yes, to Bosco, please. So I'll just read the message. Do you want me to type it out in the chat?
Nope, you can simply read it to me and I will remember it with my dwarvish photographic memory.
Alright, oh!
So, before we continue this, before we actually do the message, can I ask a few questions, Alex? I've actually just, as we was kind of like discussing things, I was writing down my own prison break.
Yep.
Like I hit my steps. Is it right if I asked Mr. Opal's father a few questions?
You can ask me, Dylan Hay, some questions, sure.
Okay, can I ask him, do you know, like, the, like, guard, shifts patterns by any chance? Like, when they go on breaks or anything like that? It could be detrimental to my plan, you see.
Well, I can't see the sun, so telling the time is most difficult, but sure. You're really rustling some papers in the water there. It's quite distracting.
Sorry, it's, yeah, there we go, sorry.
You're making little... Oh, you've just put a lot under the water to step on it so you don't drown. Okay,
Yes, that's what it is.
Sure. Normally... They change over... It's around meal times normally. So we get fed twice a day, breakfast and dinner. I can't tell you when that is in relation to the sun, but it feels like every, I don't know, 10, 12 hours must be.
Okay. And how long did you say that my rough estimate was about how far we are away from the ocean?
You think the closest bit of ocean would be over 2,000 foot. And that's to like an area in the dock port. If you're going to like the actual ocean, that's like Deepwater Harbor. If you're going to the actual ocean, it's probably closer to like 3,500, maybe even 4,000 points.
And like, is this assuming the chasm is actually completely filled with water?
No, that's like distance as the crow flies. So like there may, if it's a natural cavern, it might go down and up and wind back on itself.
Yeah.
Like it may take significantly longer in distance than that. But also it may have areas of, you know, that if it sticks level with the actual sea water, like sea level itself, it may have pockets like large areas of air, or even if it goes underneath, it's likely when the calcium formed, it just naturally accumulated pockets of air and things.
Awesome. Okay, and okay, so we've got that 2,000 feet. We've got real time. Oh, and Mr. What was his name again? Sorry,
Needle and Hay.
Needle. Mr. Needle and Hay, do you think if I can, let's just say, figure out a way to collect our things, would you want to assist in this whole breakout?
I have made my... Oh, I'm Scottish. I made my expectation that I would probably not get out of here a long time ago. I've got a life sentence long enough ago that everyone who's given a fuck about me has forgotten about me. I'm not getting out of here alive. If there's a chance I can get out, best believe I'm taking.
Well, we had quite powerful friends outside, so I think if we can get out, I'd make sure I try to take you with me, at least. And that way, at least, even if I've not forgotten you now, I'm sure that people will remember your name eventually.
I'm sure that the wanted posters for me have long since been lost to time.
Exactly my point, sir. Amazing. I think I might have a plan. That'll be it.
Okay.
Yeah. That will be it for me, for the talking to him for now, I think. Any rough sketches.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Sullivan will turn around to Bosco and say, my friend, I think taking this one out, taking this one of us could be a bad mistake, my friend. We already got a lot of problems in our heads. The last thing we do is this one to come with us and give us more to worry about. No offense, my cat friend over there.
But they don't know who we are, said them. And I mean, we can easily disguise ourselves. So, if we do escape, it's not like they will remember us anyway. What, one hairy man and a halfling got imprisoned and escaped? I mean, they wouldn't want to announce to the world that someone escaped.
As long as we go separate ways after.
I have places that I can lay low and hide, and I'm sure if I shave and, you know, clean up a little, I can look like a completely different person. And once I get rid of these, I can also change who I look.
Yes, I don't quite know how I could help you with that, but I'm sure we can figure a way.
Don't suppose you got the scroll dispel magic shoved up your ass?
No, I do have
Then you
something.
probably can't help.
Okay. Not quite well known in the arts of arcane just yet.
If Logan was here, he'll probably have the scroll shoved up his ass, but... Or maybe just a dirty scroll, you know, with dirty pictures. Well, one or another, but you have something shoved up his ass at some point.
I mean, maybe Google can help us as well if we find him. You can probably be detrimental to the plan. Right. The question is, how can we get out? That's the main point. And do these doors look like pick-lockable? Like some sort of like, oh, I don't know how to pick-lock it with.
They have locks, yeah, but you don't have any keys to us.
Can I do investigation checks? If there's anything on like this cell floors, like rummaging around, maybe it's like rummaging around the floor.
Investigation check.
Let's see if I can feel for anything like.
On the round. The best you can find is there's like a loose bit of like mortar that kind of comes away from the wall, which can cause like a spike, which you might be able to use to like press up on the pins, and like, but you can't find anything good to like lever the lock along. You need like another piece. You have half an improvised piece of set.
Look around as well. So, let me see if I can find something useful in here.
Investigation check.
Investigation. Kapow!
You search, you kind of like follow those structures and find mortar. You're a lot, you're closer to the area where the seas begin to erode. All of your mortar you've managed to find just crumbles away to dust in your fingers. And Bosco directly opposite you, the back in the cage flicks a claw out from his index digit and holds his other paw out like expectantly. But trust me, friend, if you want to get out of here.
Go on, my friend. Finger him. Finger him good.
I think I'll have to.
You throw over the mortar. Yep. Catches it. And he begins trying to kind of like jimmy his own lock from around the corner.
Oh shit! No, okay. What's just happened, black guy?
Just he struggles for a while. It's fiddly. I can't even see what I'm doing. He seems to be like, you know, he has failed once attempting it. You see like the stone like crumbles a little bit. It's like, fuck.
Hey. You know what? You don't have to try and do it now. We can try another time when you feel a little more dexterous. Or maybe if is there any kind of windows out there at all?
No, you're underground. You're like in the middle of a mountain underground.
Yeah.
Is it dark? Like very dark?
You're only lit by a torch on the stairs, like around the corner. So you've got like the faintest little bit of dim light creeping in, but like you know, the end of the corridor like fades in the darkness. So maybe that's why like Davil wasn't even aware that like that was like so weak, but only you know those of you dark you can like properly see it.
I think we should really see like shades of grey, right? Shades of shit. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait then.
Alrighty. And with those, is there any more questions before the sending incident, or is that you? That was the whole point of this tangent.
Yeah, I think it's just known a rough estimate again. We know that they'd roughly change around meal time.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go on.
There you go.
I was gonna say sorry. Could I don't know if it's too late to go back on something. I was gonna say I think Sullivan would have picked up his head because there will be a natural reaction to this. So
fine.
I think Sullivan.
It might even be like you're like cradling it.
Yeah, Sullivan would have picked up his head because you know if you lose your hand, you like it's just like losing a teeth. You know, if you keep it because you don't know what to do. That's it really. I'll just wrap it up with grog and then make a little sack and put it aside.
You probably like
Maybe.
take one of the foot wraps they give you and like you
the
kind of make a little
sleeves,
sling.
like, yeah. Like, and I wanted this thing I put it here, then the other one I make a little pouch for the hand, tied it to my waist.
Sure thing. Yeah, you could have done that in the time you were, you know, waiting around for, you know,
Yep.
for a second. All right, then I
Okay.
think that we're ready for sending. Unless there's anything else,
Yep.
let's go.
Yeah, sure. We'll go for that. We'll go for it
Alright.
now.
Gabriella.
Alright, I'll just read out what the sending is. It should be around 22 words, I think. Something more. It should fit in the limit. Need breakout? Any plans? Zens can help. What's the situation? Any weak points? How many guards? Response 25 words max. Are you alright? Is
Not
it?
exactly.
Wow.
Bosco, you do not receive the message. What is the Gabriella and Logan pass perception, please?
13.
15.
Logan, you don't spot anything. Gabriella, you see someone at the bar has a wand tucked under their arm. Their back's facing, but you see a wand pointing your direction, and you just catch the ever slightest twitch of movement.
She would lower her voice, would look back. She'd see. Could you do an Arcana check to see what he could have done?
Yep.
She's like, alright.
Didn't seem to go through. It mustn't be in those cells.
7.
You're not sure. You saw the one move, but like at the same time as she tried to cast sending. Yeah, she didn't seem to get a response.
Alright, maybe I'm being paranoid. But that person behind us at the bar, or to the left of me, as soon as you were casting the spell, flicked a wand tucked under his coat. Just saying.
Are you sure it was a wand? A lot of people
Yes, I
start
can
twitching
recognize
things
magic
under their
wand
clothes.
when I see, and she's saying this like quietly. It's like, so here's the plan. We'll act as if it didn't work, and we'll make our way in his direction, but not towards him directly, and try and apprehend him. And then she'll like pipe. They will have to be in one of the warded cells. That's a pain.
Make me a
Has
deception check,
Gabriella-
Gabriella. I assume you're doing that big vocalization
now.
after your quiet mutterings.
She'd also probably give a quick description of the man. Sorry, right.
Cool.
Performance?
Yep. You can't make out much about them. They're a hooded figure at the bar, kind of leaned
Cool.
over. They appear to be like, it look based on their elbow positioning. They've got a drink they bring into their mouth every now and again.
If that fails, she can add a d4.
Add your d4
Fuck.
because they rolled a natural 20.
Fuck.
4. Nice.
You think you're quiet muttering, and then with the loud kind of like throw about, much with Istrid's dismay. You don't notice anything strange, or they don't seem to pick up anything. You don't see like a sudden look of like intrigue or anything like that from that person.
Cool. Yeah, she give a quick description to Logan.
Yeah, Logan, you can see him. They say this hooded figure at the bar. And you can't see the wand anymore. Both of you, whenever you look over, the wand appears to have vanished or whatever it was in his hand. Or her hand.
Okay, are you sure that you saw something, Gabby? Because I didn't.
Yes, I'm sure. So let's.
Okay, so hang on. Do you think that somebody is interfering in our business?
Yes.
Okay, who would be interfering in our business?
No clue.
Have the Xanathar been involved? Have they overheard us?
I'm genuinely.
Doesn't-
Unless
it doesn't
they're
make any
just
sense.
keeping an eye on myself, maybe dealing with Davil. Maybe they've heard about them. Taking the opportunity. That would be make sense to me.
Perhaps.
You try to find someone else to send your message. If I am being watched, then hopefully get off scot-free.
Or we could also try and apprehend him and see who he's working for.
I don't think apprehending someone in the middle of the yawning portal is a wise idea.
Yes, especially as we only barely escaped trouble yesterday. We don't want to, find out where they are by joining them in the fucking dungeons. We're not bounty hunters. We could go get the guards
I'm not sure what they would
if you
do.
wanted. We could go get the guards. Because if somebody's casting spells at us, then that's not okay.
I have an idea. But do you have any idea who could also contact them via sending?
People that I know who owe me a favor. Schemo has the magical ability, but I don't think he knows the spell. If you could buy him a
Fucking
scroll,
schemer.
he could do it for you.
How much does a scroll cost?
Do I look like a magic vendor to you?
No, I was.
Put it this way: to get those two back, it's worth a bit of business money to, buy a scroll, perhaps. Who has the guild? Oh, it's back at the tavern
Yeah.
that we've not checked in on in 36 hours. It's fine. Okay, so we could go back there, get some coin, and go to Schemo's place, and then when we get to Schemo's place, buy a scroll of sending from him, and then someone else to cast it.
No, he could cast that scroll, but he needs you to buy one for him from someone.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
But also, if I'm being
we'll be-
watched, maybe he is as well. He's also got similar ties to me.
I mean, maybe they're all being watched, and we're just pissing our money away.
I could try and. We could also act as if we're leaving and try to tail this person if they leave as well at some point. I can change my form. Makes it easier.
I can't, and I'm right.
I know, if you keep your distance and you're rather social, you can blend. Oh, can you blend with crowds? Nah.
What do you think? do you think I'm the type to blend back Gavin?
Nice. Perhaps it would still give him confidence if he thought he was followed by only one of us. Just an idea.
Oh yes, great. So if he decides to, use some more magic shit on you, before I can catch you up. You remember what happened? Sally, he nearly got
in retrospect,
and you as well.
Yeah, in retrospect.
Nearly got murdered to death.
How about this? We try and find Schemo and keep our eyes peeled.
Okay, do we go back to the tavern?
Yes, grab the gold, go to Schemo. Yeah.
Okay, so we should be back at Schemo's in what? An hour and a half? We'll get a carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Back at Schemo's in probably less than an hour. Splendid. Alright, that'll do it. Because then, if that doesn't work, we can just try the diplomatic route that we were going to try yesterday anyway.
Yeah.
But then we decided to go shifty, which is not our style.
Also, Istrid, if you could be so kind and see this person leave after us, could you message me? The same way you were about to message our friends in the prison?
Sure, I can do that.
That'll be wonderful. Thank you. Alright, thank you for everything, and we'll take our leave.
Hey.
Yeah, she'd give us a bow and get up and start heading towards the door. Nonchalantly.
Yeah.
Just
Same. Go together.
Right. Alrighty. So, that in mind. Yeah, I mean, you'd know if you were taking, even just like if it was just on foot, a 20-minute walk or so to Schemo's from here, like it's on the far north side of the trade ward. But if you can get carriage, you can cut that time down dramatically if you like.
We're gonna go back go back to the to the old familiar to get some more coin because we're
okay. I don't think he's significantly.
In fact, yeah.
could Gabriel make a check to estimate the price of a scroll of that magnitude?
Yeah, Arcana check.
Can we talk about it, sort of, to see if we can get advantage? Just kind of
Sure.
try to benchmark it against other magical things
Cool.
that I've seen.
17.
17. Yeah, you think a setting scroll or a lovely spell scroll probably costs you the guts of around 270 gold.
Whew. Pricey. Alright.
It's the equivalent of a fireball spell. That's not an idea. The level of power in a scroll, so.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll take about 200. Let's take 300 just in case they want to haggle.
That's fair, and we've also got our own.
Yes, indeed. But, just in case.
Yes.
And then we'll head. We also need to buy it somewhere.
What, the scroll? That's where we're going to Schemo.
But
Oh no, he may know somewhere that sells them, or we may need to buy it from him. Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention.
no, we need to buy a scroll first. Let me think. Any magic shops? Yeah. Okay, Gabriel, make a check to see if she knows any magical stores, emporiums.
Sure.
Like the
Arcana check.
Uh-huh.
Or you can do a history check if you driver.
I'd rather do a history check.
Sure, do history check.
Yeah.
Magical shops, eh? Not the easiest.
What
thing
about going
in
to Zoblobs?
No.
I mean, it might not have any text on it, but it'd be a very nice shade of purple.
the world? Definitely would. Let's see. I'm looking for businesses kind of en route for you. Might be aware of. Best place that you would think 7 to perhaps get a spell scroll of that kind of nature that you would know for definite would be probably the Halls of Justice, Temple of Tyr, because clerics can probably cast Sending, right?
Yep. Cass's favorite spell. Yep.
Been there a couple of times, you're aware.
In theory, they might have some, not sure for sale, at the Halls of Justice. I think some users of the divine magic can use similar spells.
I mean, you've probably put enough in there by now.
I know.
Pay for a fucking scroll.
I will still pay a certain amount, but maybe offer a small discount.
You receive a sending, Gabriella, from Istrid, and it is That guy at the bar left about 5 minutes after you did. I tried to follow him. He was heading north along the high road. I lost him whenever he went down into Zelda Street, into the trade port.
Considering where we are now, would that be towards us or in a different direction?
Zelda Street is, I'll ping it for you. I'll ping it back to my
Yeah,
map.
if you could, thank you.
So you guys are in the yawning portal.
Mhm.
Clarity. So you know roughly what that is. She describes someone went up the high road, and then veered off at Zelda Street to the right, and then she lost track of them. So
Cool.
potentially en route to you, or going to the City of the Dead, or
Alright.
Mars Walk. Or something.
She'd let Logan know. Alright, let's grab a carriage so we have it to track. And
You'd also
yeah,
know that it's Weird Bottles Concoctions is located there on Air Mars Walk.
There's also a potion shop, but I'm not sure if that will help us. Alright,
Well, that's where Schemo works. Weird Bottle. Schemo Weird Bottle.
Oh, brain.
Gabby,
Hmm?
if he's going on Zelda Street, he might be going towards the City of the Dead. I wonder if he's got something to do with those doppelgangers.
Oh, he's also going to the near where Schemo's shop is located, I think.
Oh. Well, just a thought.
So, how about we try and go right to the Halls of Justice, buy a scroll, and see if anybody can cast it there?
Okay, are we going back to the old
To the
familiar?
tavern, grab the gold, Halls of
Grab the
Justice.
gold. Halls of Justice.
Yeah.
Then, yes.
Mhm, Because if they overheard us and think we are going to Schemos, that should put them through their paces.
Ah, the old...
Switch
yes.
over. Right,
Nice.
let's go. No time to waste. Post haste.
Alright, you guys head to all the halls of justice. Perfect.
Well, after pick up the gold at
Right, the Old Familiar.
Yeah.
So, carriage up to Old Familiar, and then the same carriage to the Halls of Justice.
Hmm? How much will that be in gold?
It'll cost you 4 silver.
Cool.
2 silver each.
Yep.
And yeah, you pull up outside the halls of justice. Yeah, the familiar, kind of like tall, like overhanged, grand staircase leading up. Symbol of Tyr mounted, these huge, big, like weighing scales.
Alright. Yeah, she'd enter the Halls of Justice as per usual, put a gold coin in the charity box as usual. And she'd right off the bat ask the lady who usually tends to the box, like,
Yeah.
Hello, miss.
hello
Good day to
there.
you. I wish to ask if I wish to procure a spell scroll
Yeah.
of some sort here, who should I ask?
Oh, scroll. It depends what level of ability. Something just to heal minor wounds, or
To contact somebody on long distances.
well, prayer is normally the go-to for contacting Tyr. But if you're talking about an individual on this plane, then I
On
would
this
suggest
plane, yeah.
sending spell.
Yes, something of that nature.
We have a few of those available there, not to worry.
Alright, I'm more than happy to pay the cost for such a spell.
Here, well, let's see. Dear, I'll tell you what, you have been very generous to us over the last while. I think a scroll of that nature costs normally a fair bit, but it only costs us about 140 gold to make. If you would like, I could probably find you on a discounted rate.
I'm happy to pay 100.
Yeah, a discount would be great, thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, 140 seems great. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sure it's all the good you've done there. I'm sure it's something very important. And
It is important. Thank you.
praise away.
And she would hand over 140 gold from the pouch.
Yeah, she takes it, comes back with Savra carrying a small chest.
Hi, Savra.
Hi. Buying magical scrolls now. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Things with you just always get weird, don't they? And she pulls out a scroll, hands it to the old woman. The woman just double checks, goes like, that should be everything you need, dear. We sending scroll for you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, maybe you might want to buy 2 in case of backup, now that I think of it. She looks 2.
I mean, why buy 1 at half the price when you can get 2 for twice the same? Sure.
Look, considering the fact that what happened to our last attempt at sending, yeah, could we please get another one?
Persuasion check.
I'm happy to pay a higher amount. I'll cover it for my own costs, Logan, don't worry. Hold up. Boom.
22. Here, whatever it is that you need these urgently for, we can make more. It just takes time. She
Thank you.
takes out 140 gold, and she will use another scroll from the chest. Well,
Thank you
we'll
so
have to
much.
get making more of those. We'll get the next priest to get started on that.
If you ever need assistance in that, I'm happy to help. I know a bit of the arcane.
These spells are made of divine origin. The unfortunately are ones. There are people who do practice similar with arcane ability who can almost replicate it exactly, but
I would be interested in learning about divine nature at some point, but anyway. Farewell, and thank you again so much for this. It means a lot.
you're welcome here.
Alright, now we need to find somebody to cast things.
Well, remember Schemo?
Mm-hmm.
That's who the dwarf suggested.
Yes, but
We could listen. He might be being watched. Somebody else might be being watched. So why don't we go there and see if anybody's watching him? He's got a little shop. He managed to barricade us 2 out.
that is true. Alright, yes, let's go.
Okay, wonderful.
You have a scheme
get
of the beer bottles
Get
concoctions.
courage.
And that'll be 1 silver piece. It's just across the market.
Yeah,
I'll-
we'll cover it.
Cool.
Yeah, and you arrive at Weird Balls Concoctions. You hop out. See the familiar kind of shop front there before you.
I'm gonna have a look around to see if
Yep.
anybody's waiting.
Same here.
Perception checks them, both of you, or one person with advantage.
You go for it. Go for it.
Advantage?
Yep.
Cool. If that fails, I can add a D4 fee.
Alrighty. 20. You would spot. Let's see. Rolled a 15. He's got a +5. You would spot across the alleyway, on the opposite side of the street from Weird Bottles Concoctions, there is a figure, first glance, drunk, like asleep behind like a trash can. But you recognize the boots that they're wearing, same as the one at the bar, same kind of like ragged hooded cloak thrown over themselves.
She'd whisper as she starts heading to the shop. Right behind us in the alleyway, the one leaning on the drunk one.
Okay. Do you want to go in and I'll deal with him?
I think if you want to deal with him, it's better if we both do so. Who knows what he can pull off.
I mean, I'm not thinking, beat him up.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get arrested.
Fair enough. But alright, yes, I'll do my best to get over it quickly. If you could buy us a few minutes, that would be great.
Okay, I will do my best to distract
Alright.
and detract and all
Fair
that
enough.
nonsense.
She'd enter the shop.
Ding. Yep, you come in and you see behind the counter, there is the small gnome there, big goggles pulled down over his face, working away on something. He looks and was like, what do you want?
Hello, Schemo. I believe we met. Gabriella, Joanne.
Oh, yeah, I think we've had the displeasure of meeting indeed.
Yes,
Turn the
likewise.
fucking sign around then, come on. You know the
Yeah,
drill. Lock the door. Don't be fucking stupid. Put the blinds down. I'm in the middle of something right now.
Yeah, this place is being watched, so probably put the blinds down.
It's probably always being watched, you know how it is.
Fair
Add
enough.
5 bay leaves. Got it.
I need a small favor from you.
Hang
as
on,
you-
I'm just finishing a curry. And a jar of coconut milk. Fuck. Yeah, goat's milk and coconut milk, they're pretty much the same thing. Yes, oh, Jesus, that was a cloud of smoke just spilled up from the pot there. It looked like a small skull. accidentally made a poison instead of this fine korma that I was supposed to be making. Never mind. What's going on?
We need to contact. Alright, Sullivan and Bosco got arrested. We need to contact them. We have sending scrolls. If you could use them to send them a message, we'd appreciate it.
Ah, what's the message?
Yeah, she'd read it out the same message.
Yep. Takes a scroll, opens it. Logan, what are you doing?
I am walking over to the drunk and engaging him in conversation, try to stand between him and the shop.
Sure, just trying to distract him so he can't like be aware of the spell even going off.
It's like, hey, you've got wonderful boots, very distinctive. I'm sure I saw them earlier. Tell me, and he'll kind of rest his hand on the guy's shoulder.
Sure, make
And
me.
just kind of,
Let's say this will just be a general persuasion check to just hold this guy's interests.
Oh shit.
You kind of like pat this guy on the shoulder, and he kind of like stands up, and you see this human man before you, like long beard, kind of looks at you with these like glossy eyes, and it's like, "Oh, don't stop touching me, man! Stop touching me! Oh, come on, leave me alone, dude. I'm just gonna go."
I'm sorry. Am I at risk of catching something?
Probably,
If I do, sorry about that. It's fine. I can cure myself of disease. Do you want me to cure you of any diseases?
No, don't touch me, man. I'm just gonna. And he just begins backing up down the alleyway, and you see it gets to the end of it, and he like scrambles up onto like crate and scrambles over a wall and like vaults it. And you hear him like walking off towards the southwest, kind of like deeper into the alleyways beyond, away from Schemos. Clearly caught.
Cool. I will head to Schemos and give a knock on the door.
Alright, yep. You hear a knock on the door, Gabriella. Schemo's like producing the scroll.
Who's that?
Who do you think?
Wonderful. She'd
That's me.
the
door.
Open the door quickly.
Schemo's in the middle of casting the spell. You hear him just finishing it off, like, are you okay? Scroll vanishes.
Don't worry. I got rid of whoever that guy was. I didn't clock him, but well done. Anyway, do you want me to shut the door?
Yes, please.
Be wise.
Okay.
Just waiting on a response. No,
So
nothing.
it's-
Shut the door behind. Nothing.
Nothing.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, maybe it's Bosco's overthinking things. Actually, no, he doesn't. He seems the type to think, but not overthink, like at all.
Maybe Bosco's dead. I could try Sullivan, but I need another scroll.
Shit.
Yep, I have another scroll.
Sure.
Where is it?
Could Gabriella quickly check if there's anything possibly interfering with the spell?
Yeah, on a kind of check.
Cool.
Oh no.
If that fails, I can add a d4.
Multiple things could be fucking up a standing scroll. It could be Schema might have not been able to cast level 3 spells and roll poorly. It could be that they are in an area that is warded off, that they can't receive such spells, and it just fails. It could be that they're on a different plane of existence, and there's a 5% chance it fails. There's so many reasons the spell won't come. And also, and you see it, the spell could have been countered as well.
Right.
But you didn't clock anyone with your like passive perception. There's no one else in the store who could have countered it. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Not like the last time we saw people.
I will help you out on the casting. Just to double check, perhaps there was some error in the casting. She basically tried to give advantage on
You give
if he's
advantage if he needs to make an Arcana check. You can give advantage to that.
Right, let's try again. And Logan, you just be on the lookout if anything fishy is happening.
Okay. And he'll kind of keep an eye out the front.
You can like pull across the curtain a little bit, like eke out. Alrighty, and he's just the same message.
Yep.
Alrighty. And he got into Sullivan this time. Are you all right? Logan, you've got the curtain peeked across. You see across the alleyway that figure moving towards you. And Gabriella, with your past perception, you see the movement as well, just beyond Sullivan. And Sullivan, you just instinctively just like block it off just as Schemo finishes reading the scroll. And you just see the spell And like this solves exactly the same as the last time. And Sullivan, you receive the message.
What? Someone talking to me? Where is his voice coming from?
Can I do an Arcana check if he's saying these heard voices?
I think I'm hearing voices. It feels like someone's talking to me here, Bosco. I think I'm going crazy already.
Better not contribute to the 25.
That's 15.
Fucking hell.
Can I do an Arcana check?
You do an Arcana check, yeah. You got 10 left.
Stop! Don't speak.
God, he's just word vomited a load of shit on me. He's alive, at least.
He's right. Our team is trying to communicate us from outside this place. Say your words carefully.
Okay, I will.
The boss is going to sink
7
into
left.
the water.
How many left?
Oh, that's not a character.
We are in the shit. Help us.
We are in the shit. Help us. That's 7. There you go. He said that they're in the shit. Help us, and also a load of stuff about voices in his head. He's alive, and he said we. So maybe Bosco is alive. That's
I
good.
swear to...
I'm sorry, but this
Maybe
is exactly
Bosco's
how...
in a warded cell because he's magic, and maybe Sullivan's in a non-warded
That
cell. 'cause
actually
he's a
could
twat.
make sense. Now that you mention that, that could make a lot of fucking sense.
I swear to the
I'm
Lord.
sorry, but this is exactly how Sullivan would have acted.
Bosco's like in his cell, just like crawled off into the wall and just letting the water take him.
You know, the good news, I actually know a little bit about those cells, and he goes to, no, not that, no, that's pornography, ignore that bit, no.
I'll take that.
Okay,
that is-
it's very small, it's gnome pornography,
It's fine. It helps with the scale. It's fine.
yes, it all works out. That's,
It,
oh
it
yeah,
helps with
this is it.
what?
It
Hmm?
looks bigger if it's the gnome hat. It's fine.
Yes. So these, there's only one area in the cells that isn't actually watered because it actually intersects with an area of Undermountain, which is an area of basically overactive magic. It's called the sea cells, right at the bottom. There's an old cave that smugglers used to use to hide before the dungeons even existed. Ironically, the smugglers were basically trapped in those dungeons under their gold, if rumors be believed, and they built the walls around them and trapped them there forever right at the end of it. That tunnel can be accessed. It's just very flooded most of the time, depending on the tide. Let's see.
Can you give us a better location on this tunnel? Perhaps on a map, geographically speaking?
Well, the thing is, no one exactly knows roughly like where it is. It's somewhere connected to Deepwater Harbor, but I do know Istrid had a favor with... What was her name? Yes, it was a woman, who may or may not have a restraining order against me, but that is a different matter for a different time. She's over in Mist Shore. Her name's Grinda. She has a, something that definitely, I, didn't try to steal at any given time. Didn't try to flirt with her to steal said item, but it's an apparatus of Koalish. She's a little scavenger, you see, and she likes to go into Deepwater Harbor and scoop up various supplies and various bits and bobs. You could try to borrow it off her. She's a human woman. Right cow, if you ask me. But yes, if you can get her to lend you that apparatus, she'll probably that could come and help you. You could try to find the tunnel and try to get there, and hopefully with that, maybe even get them out.
What's her name again?
Her name's Grinda Galoth.
Great, alright, so... We need to find Istrid to contact Brenda, and then persuade her to give us the apparatus, and then we give the apparatus to the other sense, so they can use it to get to Sullivan and Bosco and break them out, because if we go there ourselves and get caught, we are fucked. Sounds good?
Probably unlikely you get the apparatus very far along, just based on its positioning. You'll probably get it into the tunnels, and I imagine break a wall or something, and then hopefully the wall, the cells will be connected at least. I don't know. Maybe you might need to do a bit of digging.
Oh.
I want to contact them, let them know what's going on their end, or just chop, little pip.
All right. Let's find Astrid.
All I'm saying is this seems like a lot.
It is.
It's a lot of effort when they could be out tomorrow anyway if things went well. We could, just putting this out there. I mean, option A is obviously leave them to it. I don't want to do that because I want them back because, business partners and also Sullivan's sometimes useful. Perhaps we could see what we can do to grease the wheels of the diplomatic process in a good way. Maybe take care of some things at the castle, doing non-shady favors for people. I feel uncomfortable with us running around and things because that shady bastard's definitely following us. No, not Sullivan. The other one, the drunk, the one outside with the you mentioned with the boots. Yes. So
How about this? Yes, it is a lot of effort. How about we just set things in motion by contacting Astrid to arrange a meeting, and then go do our diplomatic shenanigans. And if they don't work out, we can just go and meet up with them and start our other machinations.
good idea. Let's not put all of our baskets on one egg.
Almost got it, yeah. Alright.
Wonderful.
Schemo, could you send some kind of message to her? Oh, I don't know
yes,
if
if you bring me a sending scroll again, I can do
fuck's
that.
sake.
I don't look. If you'd left me a scroll, I probably could have studied it and learned it, and then done it in the future.
Alright. I presume you don't have any communication, right? Alright, fair. Do you
I
know where
could
she
write on a small stone and throw it and hope for the best.
What about those little paper bird things, the swans?
I could buy some of those. Maybe too long.
If you could send a message to her with that would be wonderful.
Or we could just, go back to the yawning portal on the way.
True.
I have to call out,
kind of on the
go
way.
to the market, buy some paper birds, and then send it from there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's probably faster. She'll probably be there. Alright, let's go get a carriage. It was a lovely meeting with you, Schemo. Yeah, thank you for
You were indeed
helpful.
Yes.
Thank
you for the help.
Next time, ice potions. I make curry that accidentally turns into poison sometimes. Call it poison curry.
And do you make poison that accidentally turns into curry?
No, whenever I try to make poison, I make poison.
Fair.
Very good alchemist, not very good cook.
Alright. Well, thank you for your time. And
Do you have anything, water breathing? For if, because put it this way, if we go into a flooded cave and start busting down walls, then, last thing we want to do is have them fucking drown.
the question is if we want to be the ones busting down the walls and not just leave it to the Zens.
Or, I don't think the Zents are going to carry them around. Could maybe give it to them to give to Sully and Bosco so that they don't drown.
Yeah.
I've got a couple
as
of
well.
potions of water breathing knocking around.
Alright.
They're not the cheapest things to make, though. They're quite expensive.
How much?
180 gold each.
How much?
180 gold each.
No, fuck it. They can hold breath.
Yep. I was about to say. Alright. Yep. Alright, let's get moving then to the awning portal. I swear to
Get him revived once we get him back. Fucking hell.
I swear to Tiv, I see the man following us for the past hours again. I'm gonna fucking blast. Alright, let's go.
Yes, let's fuck him.
No, blast, Tab's gauntlet.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I said. Fuck him up. Yes.
Yep. Alright, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
So where are you heading to?
Leave the
Young
shop.
girl?
Have a scan around for the drunk guy, the
Perception
one who's
check.
been following us.
Yep.
No sign.
Alright, he seems to not be here. Alright, let's get a cabbie and let's get going.
Get in the cab.
Wonderful.
You go in the awning portal, 2 silver.
Alright, 1 silver each.
You arrive back at the awning portal. What are you doing? Figure meeting Istrid again?
Yep, try to.
Ready? Yep. You're lucky Istrid has stayed behind to hang out with Tashlin. So they are there actually chatting at their usual table where Davo would normally be. Yeah,
Alright.
can approach.
Alright. Astrid, she also, again, upon entering, look around.
Perception check.
I probably wouldn't, to be honest.
No one,
Sorry.
no one's. It's a big, busy place, but no one catches your eye like quickly.
Alright, lovely. She moved to Astrid.
Sure.
It's like, hello. We got some additional information that might be useful.
Hey, what's
Right,
going?
we were told that by scheming a woman named Brenda might be able to help us. That she has some kind of apparatus.
Grinda. She's
Basically,
fucking nuts.
We got a message through. We had to go to Sullivan, so we couldn't go straight to the organ grinder. However, we got fuck all other than we're in the shit hell.
Yes.
So we need to fucking get him out of there.
Right. Okay, well, Grinda's fucking nuts. She lives down in
Fair.
Misshore, just at the end of Seal Street, near Coin Alley. The end of that jetty. She's got a little warehouse, which connects to a little house in that as well. I think. There's some weird voices coming out. The yawning pool's very busy at this time of night. But yeah, she's fucking insane. She like delves into fucking the harbor and pulls up treasures. No.
Of course. Alright.
At the end of the Sea Maiden's fair, a lot of people dump things into the harbor itself, and apparently it goes to some god.
Strange. Could you arrange a meeting with her for us, or do we have to go to her?
Honestly, you're probably better just going on your own. Like I said, she's pretty fucking nuts. And you know, she's obsessed with treasure. She'll probably lend you the fucking, like, you know. I mean, the only reason you would go for her is because she's got a fucking apparatus of Koalish.
Koalish, yeah.
Okay, well, it's got a recall button on it. I found that out at Harbury once. And had to fucking steal it. So don't do that. But she lends it out pretty easy for anyone who promises if they're going to take it in the harbour, they bring her back and she gets a percentage of their spoils. Half of whatever you find.
Alright.
We'll let her have Sullivan, it's fine.
Yep. I was about to say.
But you have to first use it to search. She can track the thing, so she'll know where you are. You've got to search the bottom of the fucking harbour itself for stuff. That's one of her main conditions.
Alright.
The reason why she goes out sometimes, but people find that she's an apparatus of Koalish. You'll borrow it from her. She makes them do all the fucking dirty work. They die, and then she recalls it, and then just like gets all the shit.
Wait. So they
Maybe.
die while they're in the bottom of the
You know.
sea armor.
Well, like if the thing like has to like, you know, if a shark attacks or something, it gets damaged, fills with water, they drown. The apparatus, you know, can still maneuver unless it's been completely broken. In which case she could probably just, I'd assume, just sails out in her boat and retrieves it somehow.
Alright.
I don't know.
Diplomatic routes first.
Diplomatic, yeah, plan B. Before
And if
plan
not, we are fucking riding under the ocean, it seems.
Or we get the Zens.
Yeah, we
do
get the
that
sense
as
to ride
well.
under the ocean.
Yeah.
We'll just arrange the meeting, of course. Yeah, sorry.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I don't fancy drowning. I don't.
Could you-
know. This body, all this protein here.
Well, Schemo could always make
I-
you potions of water breathing if you do get a few punctures, you know, chug them down.
It's fucking expensive, and we jump
Yeah.
in there. And honestly,
You know what else is expensive? Dying. Can you? I mean, like, you know, you're saying you'll get Zents to do it. I don't exactly have a fucking line of people lined up there saying, "Oh me, I want to kill myself for Bosco and Sullivan." Most of them don't know who the fuck Bosco and Sullivan are, so you know you can throw that fucking
know.
plan out the window. It's either you
Okay.
lot, or you know you can go pay some fucking homeless people to do it and hope they don't fucking get obsessed with treasure.
homeless people. You
I think-
absolute beauty. You
Alright,
absolute beauty.
I think
Genius.
I think I'll pilot that out of myself. Alright, let's go. Let's first try the diplomatic route. I don't like the idea of going on, but alright,
Agreed. Let's flush our nobility around a little and see where we can get.
Right?
alright. Thank
kill
you
it?
for your help.
Thank you for. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, plug it up and leave.
We will head to would it be inappropriate to go straight to Castle Waterdeep and see if we can get a
Probably.
meet?
You would know. I mean, Logan, if you're thinking logically, just make me an intelligence check. Say.
If you're thinking logically. Yeah.
You know what, Logan? You're right. Castle Waterdeep is the most direct solution to this problem.
Look, could Gabrielle also make one?
Sure.
Does she gain some kind of bonus from being through the system, or no? I'm not sure.
No, because you were on the other end as opposed to, like, trying to fiddle your way through,
If that fails, I got a D4.
No, 19 is more than enough to realize that you did a favor for the Lord's Alliance fairly recently, in fact. Gillester, probably.
Perhaps we could just go ask Jolly. We just helped him out. Maybe he could help us out. And the
Your
Lord's
good
Alliance.
friend with ties to the Lord's Alliance. You've had from the start of this campaign.
Honestly, I forget, I know Jolly's got his, work stuff going on, but I forget that he's that.
Yeah, he's kind of,
my close friend.
special. I usually met him under different contexts, but yes, let's... where would he... Wait, of course we know where he'd be.
Might as well go to the yawning portal. And then, if he's not there, we could just...
We
go
are in the yawning
You are in the Yawning Portal.
Oh, yes.
You're literally there.
Jolly!
My dear! I was waiting for you to yell my name. I was over here at the bar looking like a fucking idiot, thinking, oh, he's ignoring me, I've done something wrong. Oh, of course not.
Jalaster, how great to hear you. Could you please come down the floor to meet us?
Of course, dear. I'll be right down. Hang on, let me just squeeze past this sexy little minx of a half-elf boy on the stairs. Hello, you. You look like you must be at least 50. Shuffle, shuffle.
Who's got interest?
Oh, it's an Amish years for.
Don't judge.
Oh, Logan. Mwah. Mwah. Gabriella. Pleasure as always. Shakes your hand.
Yes, you see, thank you.
You're very
Same.
welcome, my dear.
Likewise. Charlie, we came here, of course, to see you and meet up with you, as you are wonderful as usual. But we also want to ask you a small favor if you'd be able to help us, for the small job we did for the Lord's Alliance not so long ago. Nothing too major. But you see, there was this misunderstanding with two of our friends. They got arrested for misunderstanding the law of the location they were in and got promptly arrested. They're not very socially endowed and they only made it a bit worse for themselves. I wanted to ask if you could help out a bit, pull a few strings.
You mean the small ginger one and the tall, dark, and hairy one? Yes.
Yes. Just pull a few. You don't have to break them out necessarily. Just lower their sentences to something like a 10-day, something less.
Well, I can certainly ask some questions.
Basically, we just want to help speed things up. We need them out of there. Whether they get punished or not really an issue.
As long as
but
it's
if it could be a community sentence,
community work,
getting location monitor tracked, whatever, banned from the Court of the White Bull. Honestly, we couldn't really care. We just want them out of the dungeons.
Indeed.
We thought Bosco was dead, so we were going to write off the whole job, but it turns out Sullivan said we, so I think we're okay there, so it's still worth it.
All right.
Yes.
Right. Let's...
we certainly don't want to pull any inappropriate strings.
Of course.
I don't want it to look as though there's any kind of favoritism of the courts. We trust the courts. It's a necessary part of Waterdeep, much like the nobility. Gabby, quiet.
Yeah.
Right.
These things must happen.
So, there are a few things we can do here. With the Lord's Alliance, I can inform the city what they were on official business, and it can, cause a little bit of leeway outside, depending on what they've done. But the only way to release someone who's already been arrested, if I'd known you would do dodgy shit, I would have, thrown out that you were doing shit already. I didn't bother because I wasn't aware you were doing dodgy shit.
Have you seen Sullivan, the hairy one? Tell me one thing that he could have possibly done, looking at him, that isn't in some way dodgy.
Logan, dear, I am honestly drunk like 90% of the time you see me.
He has a point.
I don't see much apart from your fine body, physique, I take it all in. It distracts me. How much see what someone else is off doing when you're in the room, honestly? A silly
That's
question.
actually a very good point.
Regardless, the only person I know who can get your friends off Slack 3 would be, well, the Black Staff.
Oh.
And that would mean joining Force Grey. Don't know your, full opinion on that.
The what, sorry?
Force Grey. They're normally like members of the City Guard and City Watch who are, special and really cool and good at what they do and they get scouted.
Special operatives, I'm aware.
Basically, they're like an elite, like, cadre of specialized adventurers, drawn from the Grey Hands, normally. But you could, if you did something fucking cool and badass, get on her radar, and, get that up and going. If you were doing something big, if you had the grounds to get in there with her, then she could just pull people out of prison like that. Like, it's not even like a thing. She literally just clicks her fingers, and they're there, and they're pardoned, and everything. It's amazing.
So
Now, how big does this thing have to be? Because we've not got anything planned. So, it need to be the performance would need to be a grow rather than a show, if you know what I mean. Right, we've got nothing to go on at the moment.
Basically, you don't normally, I would be genuinely surprised if you would find yourself, like, there already. People who are in Force Grey, they're like, top of the top. It's like, I killed a purple worm that it was attacking a small settlement kind of bullshit, like, on my own. But, you could try talking to her. She's hospitable enough. At least, open up that conversation.
Okay.
But
Seems like it might take a bit of time. Do they have like an apprenticeship program?
That would be the Grey Hands. Yeah, they're normally the ones who, work for the, they're like specialized guard in that kind of sense. They do things on behalf of the Open Lord and the Black Staff kind of exclusively.
I'm not gonna lie, Jelly. This does not seem like work for nobles, even under the circumstances.
Oh no, this is not work for us. We just say that those two in prison could work for them. And if they get them out, they would work for them.
You're more than welcome to go speak to the Black Staff. Vajra, she's, a busy enough lady, but she can probably make time.
Alright, I think it's worth a shot.
Certainly. Do you need me to organize a small meeting?
If you would be so kind.
Of course. Give me literally 30 seconds.
Alright.
Hang on. One of my teeth is a sending stone. Not that one.
Oh, that explains. Okay, yes, no mind.
Okay, it's one of these two in the back. Hang on. Tara! It's me, Jeressa. I'm sending you a message right now to teach you the phone. Let me know, Charlie. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Might have been the wrong tool. Hang on.
Does it have to be your fingers?
I don't know why I should put it so far back. In hindsight, I don't think I actually have to hold it. I think I just have to touch it with my tongue briefly to initiate it. I don't know. The rules are quite... Oh! Hang on, she's replying. Yes. Okay. Hers is much clearer than mine was. Yes, she says you can come meet her at her residence.
Splendid.
You know what that is? Were you aware with the Black Staff?
Isn't it the tower?
It's Black Staff Tower.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. Where's that?
The literal tower for Black Staff.
Yes. I believe I know where
It's up near the Font of Knowledge, west of the market, north of the Lady Dreaming. Not up on the rise. It's closer to the Sword Street.
Very well, thank you. Alright, we'll head straight there and pray for the best.
Well, I wish you most luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jolly, for your help. I'll owe you. Let's just say I'll owe you one. Present company and all that. All right, off we go.
So, and as they
Blackstuff. Is it really near the halls of justice? We literally just, honestly, the amount of fucking running around.
Alright, I have here's the picture I have in mind. We tell her that we have 2 promising recruits for her organization, and if she would be able to help them out, they would be more than willing to help whatever she needs helping with and work for her with decent loyalty, considering that she saved them from prison life.
Okay, 2 issues with this. Okay. 1, we're signing up 2 people to something that we've not checked with them, and that I wouldn't trust, Sullivan to wipe his own ass properly. To actually follow through on a deal, I'm not so sure. Secondly, who the fuck are we to her? We're friends of Jolly's. And I didn't pick up everything he said, but I don't think he necessarily sold us as these prestigious individuals. We've got a lot of work to do to persuade her that these 2 are worth yoinking out of the dungeons.
Well, for the first question, indeed, but it's still better than, being imprisoned, and it's much less risky for us because we are, after all, running a public business. Even if we do break them out, we'll still, have 3 people who've broken out of prison leading our business, and 2 of which were rather recent. If we do it this way, it will be more official and less, it will attract less negative attention, I would say.
Okay, I don't disagree that this is the best, course of action. All I'm saying is it's fucking uphill. The challenge. Okay.
It's gonna be a challenge. We could try and, we could just try and be honest that they have decent skills, and with enough time, they would be valuable assets for her.
Valuable assets?
Yeah. We're going to be talking with a high-end, with somebody with very large political power. I'm just getting used to the phrases these people usually use.
I think it might be assets, not assets.
Asset? Yeah. Assets.
I think it's a language thing. It's because you're one of those. I'm a Margus, do you see? We speak.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes, but
it's fine. They don't both have, valuable assets. Put it that way. Although, give Sullivan his credit. It's clear there's a lot of
Alright, moving on.
And the point is, it's going to be tricky, so we need to stay on the same page, back each other up, help each other out whenever we can, and if you've got any magic that can fucking help, right now.
I'm not sure if we're trying to influence somebody with magic in front of
No, I mean like more for us, for
I can make my clothes look nicer, and that's about it.
Honestly, fucking do it. Try it.
Sure.
I always look amazing, so it's fine.
Could she try and make a check to see what kind of clothing would make an impression on somebody somebody like the Blackstaff Waterdeep?
Sure. Insight check. Wait, disadvantage? You've never met her person.
That's
Just
a
going
7.
off rumor and shit.
And a 9.
Ooh, Blackstaff. She probably gothic. Really, really gothic individual. Probably loves steel vibes. Lots of probably goes for like a real dark semblance. Like I work in the shadows. I am the shadows kind of vibe. Based on the name alone.
She tries to put on a gothic appearance, black eye shade,
smoky eye.
Oh shit! Look at you.
No.
Not like that. No. I prefer my women, male.
No.
The point is, by What's all this?
The black staff, shadow operative. I don't know. Sounds a bit,
I mean, you didn't dress up like this for the Zeds, and they're literally like, the shadow.
Yeah, that is true. Fair enough. Snaps her fingers, returns to normal.
Oh god, no, that's worse. Go back.
Come again? Huh?
No, I'm saying, oh no, that's worse. Go back. Go back to try the smoky. Put it this way: if she likes it, great. If she doesn't like it, then you can just be like my.
I might just go with this, Baroli. Let's just go. And hope for the best. I still got a few tricks up my sleeve. Hopefully.
Wonderful.
She shifts her amulet and continues walking.
Alright.
I think we would get a carriage and try and look for a nice carriage.
Yeah, nice.
Sure.
Yeah, really nice.
Hiring a
carriage.
nicer carriage will cost you slightly more upmarket fee. It'll be 4 silver pieces from journey.
Cool.
I'll just pay for that. When you get change from the
And
gold.
as you guys arrive outside Blackstaff Tower, we're going to transition back to the dungeons. But first, a little break. So we'll be right back.
Cool.